Welcome back to another episode of Whitney's World Podcast. I'm your host, Whitney Morgan Ward, and I am so thankful that you've tuned in wherever you're at on this planet. Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited to talk to you guys today. This has been the best journey ever, and this morning I was feeling a little bit low and just kind of like figuring it out. Life is such a journey and there's so many things happening all the time, and we're all trying to navigate and figure out everything that's going on. And sometimes it's just like when you feel out of alignment, the best thing that you can do to put yourself back in alignment is do the thing that feels the best to you. And so I know this is wild, but I was feeling like a little bit low, and then I ended up just recording a TikTok video, and I'm telling you, like, doing that just sparked like my soul, and it's like a testament that I'm aligned, that I am doing what I'm meant to do, and that literally just recording a video, putting something out into the world made me feel so much better. And I just hope that wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, that you keep following that for yourself, that you keep following the heart pull on your life. And if you ever get into a moment where you're feeling a little out of alignment or lost, the best thing that you can do is to do something that makes you happy, and literally it'll put you back into alignment. And I really know that that's true because it just happened to me. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope that that brings you some enlightenment and joy wherever you're at in life. So today I want to talk about a couple of things, and these are things that have been going on, things that are on my heart, and it's a universal law, because I told you guys last week that I really want to start getting more into universal laws, but I also want to mix this one into like dating and attracting your person and finding yourself and all the good things, because that is all the things that light me up and I'm so excited about. So this week, the law I want to talk about is the law of correspondence. This law, so there's 12 universal laws. This is one, and this law is as within, so without. Now, what does that mean? This means as above, so below. Okay, well, what does that mean? The best way to describe this is whatever's going on in your mind as above is what's going to happen below in your reality. So this is where really the manifestation comes into play, because as you're manifesting, whatever you're always manifesting, you're either manifesting hell on earth or heaven on earth. And that's where the law of correspondence really comes into play. What are you embodying in this life? Are you manifesting hell or heaven? And if you want to change your relationships, if you really want to attract the right person, maybe you're ready. Maybe you're at the point where you're like, okay, like I'm ready to attract my person. Maybe you want to start a family and all of these things. The way that you're going to really attract the right person is by being the person that you're calling in, because we're always attracting something in our life, but life is a mirror. So for us to attract the person, we need to make sure that we are healed, we've done the work, and that if we want that special person, that we are focused on ourselves, that we are focused on our healing, that we are focused on being the best version that we can be. I've been on my healing journey for 1.5 years, and this has been something that I've really been focusing on, is my inner world. Because when I went through, if you guys know my story, I went through a really traumatic breakup, and I could no longer continue to be the victim. At some point, I had to, when I woke up, and I went on my spiritual awakening, I had to realize that there was some reason that I had attracted that experience into my life. And I've talked about it before, but the reason that I believe I attracted that experience was because I didn't have self-worth. I didn't value and love myself. And so I was shown through this other person how I really felt about myself, and that I didn't love and value myself, because really I shouldn't have been dating him after like literally night one of meeting him. I knew he wasn't the person that I wanted to be with, but I continued to go down that path, and the path became more and more toxic. So many things happened in that relationship that were absolutely wild. Like, he had posted on Facebook a couple times that I cheated on him. I've never cheated on anyone. That's not who I am. Like, I'm a lover. I am like in it to win it. And so, but I continued to choose this person. And so as I went on my journey and I started to heal and I started to learn about like inner child healing and healing your internal world, and that we are always attracting things to us, I really had to sit with myself and say, like, why did I attract, this thing into my life? And so that's really where the law of correspondence comes into play. If you do not believe that you're worthy, and you do not hold an internal knowing inside that you're worthy of what you want, then you're never going to get what you want. Because this is the thing when it comes to law of attraction, we do not get what we want. We get who we are being. You get who you are being in this life. So if you are trying to manifest this special person, okay, let's say for instance, like me, I haven't drank in like 22 weeks today. Woo. What an accomplishment. If you know anything, I used to party really hard. I was the girl that was partying. And I don't know, when I turned 31, my soul was like, you need to like stop drinking. And I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm thinking to my birthday next year, but I don't know. But anyway, I even remember like a year ago, because I was going through my healing journey, I was like, I don't want to be with someone that drinks. But like, here I am drinking. And when I would go out, I would like take shots. So I'm not just drinking, I'm like taking shots. Why would I attract someone that doesn't drink if I'm out drinking? Like, yes, that happens to some people, but like for me, that's not going to happen. If I don't want a drinker, I need to not be a drinker. And it's the same for you. Maybe you want someone that has a really good job and can support you, but you can't support yourself emotionally, mentally, and physically. If you can't support yourself in that aspect, you're not going to be given someone that can support you on a level of finances, because that's just not how it works. You have to be a whole person in order to attract a whole person. And that's why so many times, so many people continue down these toxic cycles, and they keep dating really toxic people because they're not healing. They're not looking within. They're not doing any type of internal, like, looking inside of them to see, like, what do I need to shift and change in order to attract the person that I'm meant to be with? To change your external world, you must shift your internal world. This can involve changing your beliefs, healing your emotional state and your mindset, healing your wounds, and shifting your perspectives. That's also something I've had to do, like, drastically, is change my perspective. It's crazy. Like, the way that I think now and the things that I've learned, first of all, I cannot believe I didn't know any of this. Like, it's just absolutely wild to me that I didn't know the knowledge that I knew now. But I do know, and now I feel called to teach it, to put it out into the world. And I'm so passionate about it. And I love it. And it makes me feel so good. It makes me feel like I'm giving back to humanity. And I've been so selfish in my life, which I guess like is what your 20s is for. But I was so selfish that now it's like, okay, I want to help. I want to be a part of the co-creation of humanity. I don't want to just create a life for me that like I don't give back to the world. Like, I love people that give back to humanity, and I love people that have something to say and share it with the world, because it helps us so much. It helps us evolve. It helps us learn, and it also helps us crack out of our shells, because I think that's like a huge thing too, is that we are so stuck and trapped in our own minds and in our own bodies. And when you see other people doing things, it is like a testament that if they can do it, you can do it. And I hope that that really resonates with you. And I hope that you feel that, because you can, like, you're meant to, if you choose, because you have free will. So you don't have to. You certainly don't have to go down this path, but you should. It's so great to be a creator and to be consciously creating your reality, knowing that you have the control over your reality really will change everything for you. And that's a little bit about what I talked about last week, as being in co-creation and realizing that you're a creator of your reality, but you can either create heaven on earth or hell on earth, and it's all your choice. Like, your higher self is standing there perfectly happy whether you choose to or not. So it's your choice. So I want to talk about like letting go to let in. And I actually had this experience happen to me yesterday, which I want to tell you guys about, which I think is a testament of how much I've grown, and just realizing, like, the more that you keep healing and the more that you keep growing and going on your journey, seriously, the better your life is going to get. And the toxic people are going to stop, because they're going to realize they cannot trigger you, they cannot get to you, and that you are so whole and happy that no matter what, like, you're not coming down to their level. And that is like the letting go to let in. This is also the law of correspondence. As within, so without. So yesterday, I got a text or a DM from a guy in the Springs, and he like sent me a screenshot of something about my ex. And I already knew this, what he was sending me. And I just responded back to him, and I was like, yeah, I don't really care. It doesn't bother me anymore. Like, I've moved on, and I hope that like he's healing. And he proceeded to message me back and say that something, I don't know, I just thought it was pretty dramatic, but he was basically like, yeah, we need to like put up a billboard and like let people know. And I'm like, I have if any billboard is going up, it's of me, okay? It's of Whitney's world. I'm trying to heal the planet. I'm not trying to put more toxicity in. Like, no, absolutely not. But a year and a half ago, I probably would have been about the billboard, okay? Like, not gonna lie. But he's like, you know, trying to like trigger me, right? Trying to keep this gossip, this low vibe, this low energy going. And I just told him, like, no, I literally, like, I'm not interested. So I basically told him I don't care. That's when he said, oh, we need to like put up a billboard. And what's funny is, after this next response, he completely stopped. He never responded. He didn't like it, like, ghosted. And that was exactly what I wanted, because I wanted him to know that, like, I am so on my healing journey. Like, we're not going to sit here and talk trash about my ex. I don't even what's the point of talking about him? Like, it's not going to help anything. And we're not going to sit here and like have drama. Like, no. And so I said to him, this is literally my response verbatim. Hopefully he's waking up. We all have our demons. Most people just choose the same toxic cycles instead of looking within to change and heal. If we don't change ourselves, the world will never change. And literally ghost. And I just was like, wow. First of all, I'm so happy that I'm in a place where, like, I wish him the best. I really do wish him healing. And I really pray that he is doing that, because when you don't heal yourself and you are toxic, you continue to be toxic to not only yourself, but to other people. And so, again, this is the law of correspondence at work. As within, so without. So because I gave a healed response, the gossip, the trying to get a reaction out of me stopped. There was no more engagement. And that is beautiful, because if we could start waking up to the fact that, like, don't come at me talking about someone else. Like, what's the point? Why don't you, if you want to talk to me, hit me up. How are you? I know that you live in Florida. The hurricane hit. Like, there's so many other things to talk about with people if you genuinely want to talk to them. But to sit here and gossip and talk trash and talk about putting up a billboard about someone's past is just so immature. And it's like, we need to heal ourselves, because we're all hurting and we've all been through shit and we've all been through things that we don't prefer. And also, like, I've made mistakes in my life. I definitely don't want someone going to put up a billboard of me. Like, we've all made mistakes. And yes, I've paid my karma. I have had to pay for the mistakes I made. And now I'm moving forward and I am really putting my foot down. And, like, I'm not the one to come and talk to about drama and gossip and trying to, you're not going to get a reaction out of me. You're not. Like, I wish my ex healing, because that's what needs to happen. And now that I'm healing and I'm on my journey of healing, I understand really where he came from. Now, the things that he did to me, was that right? Absolutely not. I wish that I didn't have to go through all of that trauma and pain, because that really hurt me. And I've been on a deep journey, but also that experience, like we talked about last week, the law of polarity, when there is a negative thing that happens to you, there has to be the absolute positive on the other side. And so on the other side of the trauma is the redemption. It's this version of me. It's the forgiveness. It's okay. It happened because I didn't love myself. That experience happened to me because I wasn't standing in my power. I was giving my power away to someone. I was allowing them to treat me like that. I was allowing him to treat me like I was dirt and stomp on me and throw me around like a rag doll. I allowed that. And so even though that traumatic experience happened, it woke me up. And now I'm here in front of you, hopefully helping you and telling you that no matter what, you can heal. And the more that we heal, the better it gets. Imagine if I would have been in the DMs angry and upset still. Like, I would have given all of my power away. I would have given so much energy away, except for I stood where I felt powerful and said, like, no, I hope he heals, so that he doesn't keep doing what he did to me to other people, because that is what's going to happen. If you don't heal, you keep doing the same thing over and over and over. You either spiral down or you can flip it and you can start to spiral upwards. It's all how you look at it. It's all with when you decide that you're sick and tired of being thrown around like a rag doll, and you realize, like, no, I'm going to step up. I'm going to be who I'm meant to be. I'm going to go into the darkness. I'm going to face the dark parts of myself. I'm going to figure out, why am I choosing this life? Why am I allowing someone to treat me like this? And you start to heal and you start to change the story. You start to change the narrative. You start to stand up. And then we start to change the world. Person by person by person, by love, by self-love, by self-acceptance, by self-appreciation. And we start to do that, and we teach it, and we move on, and we help, and we heal the planet. And if my ex hears this video, he's going to be like, wow, Whitney's came a long way. And now, like, you can't steal my energy. You cannot take my power anymore because I woke up, and I will not give my power away anymore. And you shouldn't either. You should heal for you. It's not for anyone else. It's for you so that you can live the beautiful life that you came here to live. As within, so without. If you want to live the beautiful life that you came here to live, you have to change within. And it is a very interesting journey. And everyone's journey is going to be completely different. Like the way I healed, which I am going to start talking about that soon, but I'm working on some things, and I'm meditating on some things, and but anyway, I am going to start talking about how I healed and how I healed. Some people would never do that. But for me, that's how I had to heal. That's how I was called to heal. And I answered the call, and thank God. Literally, thank God. And thank you to me, because I was the one that decided I am sick and tired of this. I am going to grow. I am going to change, and I will never go back, ever, because I don't like that version of me. Who I'm meant to be is this. So as you start to heal, and then you start to date, and you start to, get back into the dating journey, stop ignoring the red flags. Stop engaging with people that want to take you down lower. Like, seriously, the man that you are meant to be with is going to lift you higher. He is not going to bring you lower. He is not going to drag you down. He's not going to make you uncomfortable. You are a queen, and he is going to see that in you. And he's going to be like, oh my God, I will do whatever it takes to make her my queen. And that's also like us healing the feminine and masculine in our society. And I'm not even saying this like just for, man and women relationships, but that's what I'm talking about because I am straight and I'm a woman. So again, though, I understand that this does not encompass like just women and men by any means, but there is a masculine, feminine healing that we really need to come to. And you have to let go the old version of you, the old limiting beliefs, the old things that are holding you back so you can let in what's meant for you. But also, like, to let that in, you have to heal. You have to look at yourself in the mirror. This life is a mirror, and it is going to give you who you are being, So if you do not like who you're being, you have to decide to change. You have to make the decision. And that goes for anything in life. Where you place your attention, your energy flows. So many people are afraid to let go of their relationships because they're worried that like it's the best it's going to get. Listen, if you're feeling like you need to let go of a relationship or the relationship's not meant for you, that is your higher self giving you some type of signal. And I do know that like there's a lot of times where people have to break up in order to heal and to focus on themselves to get back together. And that's a beautiful thing too. If that person is meant for you, and I know this is so hard for us to like embrace, but it is so true. If it's meant for you, it's going to come to you. You don't need to worry. Like, I am so sick and tired of worrying. It gets so old. It's so exhausting. Worry is such a low vibe, and it doesn't help us manifest. It doesn't help us move forward. It's not helpful in our co-creation with reality. When we worry and we fear and we stress, it raises our cortisol levels. It keeps us inflamed. It keeps us sick. It keeps us unhealthy. When you can just detach and let things go, when you feel like you need to let them go, especially women, our intuition. And I know that we've been taught like intuition doesn't mean anything and like don't follow your heart. Okay, no. As women, we need to follow our hearts. We need to. And we're always right. Like even with my ex, I always knew in my bones he wasn't faithful. And somehow he always convinced me that he was being faithful. And I always knew he wasn't. And lo and behold, after close to a year, I had validation he wasn't faithful. What was I doing? Not listening to my intuitions because I didn't know. And so I've forgiven myself. But now I will not ignore my intuition anymore. Even the last guy I was talking to, like seriously, I'm not kidding you. Immediately upon meeting him, I knew like, no, there was just something about it. My stomach literally was in knots when I was at dinner with him. And I still continued down a path. And then I got like really anxious. I got really upset. I was crying one day. It was like way out of whack. Like for what? I already knew. Trust yourself. Trust your gut. Your gut is giving you all the signals that you need. Trust it. It's gonna be okay. One of my favorite things that I've learned on my healing journey is self-concept. Self-concept work. And this is like part of your healing. This is like your power. Knowing who you are and stepping into that. Seeing yourself as the queen. Seeing yourself as there is no one better than you. You are the best. And working your way towards that feeling and getting to that point where you just like are in this place of like, I'm the best. There is no one better than me. And that's how you as the feminine should be living your life. You are the best. You are the prize. You are the queen of your reality. There is no one better than you. You came here for a specific purpose, a specific reason. You are literally divinity. God put you here. You are here. You are a creator. You literally bring the spiritual realm, the spiritual world into the physical. You are a miracle maker. You are divine. And when you start to realize that, it will change everything for you. When you start to focus on yourself, if you are actually, let's talk about this. If you're in a relationship, maybe you just got dumped, or maybe like you feel like your boyfriend, special person, whatever is pulling away from you. This is happening because you are not focused on yourself. And you need to focus on yourself. You need to stop being so available. He can wait. He can chase you. You need to be with your friends. You need to go to the gym. You need to go to the beach. Go on the hike. Take your dog somewhere. Go on a trip. You need to, and I know this is hard, and I'm single at the moment. So like, I'm like, yeah. But this is the truth. If you really want to be attractive, you need to be focused on yourself. Build yourself. Love yourself. There is nothing more attractive than a person on a mission. Tell me. You are attracted to the men that are like on a mission, that have a purpose, that have a plan, that know where they're going, that are obsessed with building something. That's what you're attracted to. It's the same. Men the masculine is attracted to when the feminine is in her own being, knows like she is the prize, doing the things that make her feel good. Because when you feel good, like you're vibing up in the sky. And that's what you should be doing. That's what you should be focused on. Loving yourself so much. So if you're in a position where you got broken up with, this is what I was trying to say. I need you to know this. And this is going to help you. If you just listen to this is going to help you. They had to hurt you. They had to let you go, but they had to hurt your heart. They had to let you go because it's the only way that you're going to stop abandoning you. It's the only way that you are going to be able to let go of the old version of you and level the F up and become the most powerful version of yourself. Because when you are so focused on them, your focus is no longer on you. So that sparkle, that like version of you is like on them now. Your attention has to be on you. And it's crazy because we've been taught our whole lives that that's selfish and like all of that. It's not true. And this is what's going to heal us as women is when we can just realize like we are all the prize. We are all the feminine and we're also all one. So we got to be in this together if we're going to change it. But we should be lifting each other up, building each other up, helping each other as the feminine. And I know that that's why there has been such a demonization on women. There's been such a, I don't even know if that's a word, but it sounds like it's a word. So we're going to go with that. But there's been such a war on women because they know that when women step up and we really like step into our power, the world is only going to be a better place. The division's going to stop. The creation is going to explode because as a women, like we are creators. We are creators. Our bodies create humanity. Think about that. You are a creator. You are literally so magical. And I cannot believe that we've been not taught this, but we're changing it. And it's our decision. We either do it or we die, literally. It's our time. We have to change it. We have to change it for the next generation. Because clearly the way that it is now is I feel like, I don't know, it depends on what end of the stick you're looking at it, but I feel like it's getting better. But for us to really be the best and to really heal our planet, we have to get way better. We need to like obsess over ourselves and be healthier and care about our bodies and our minds and our souls and our spirit. So if someone broke up with you, you say, thank you. It's my time. I'm going to go focus on myself. And they're going to come crawling back because this is the thing. When you cut that energy and you're no longer giving your energy to them, they feel it. And they're like, oh, where'd she go? What is she doing? Seriously, try it. This has happened to me like multiple times in the past 6 months. Actually longer than that, but this is a real thing. We are energy. And when you start to go down this path and you start to awaken that feminine inside of you, that goddess energy, becoming obsessed with who you are and loving yourself, life is going to really shift for you. Life is going to really change for you. The men that didn't want you, they're going to want you. And then you're going to be like, I don't want you. Oh, how times have changed. But it's beautiful because it's only going to raise everyone. When we realize that there's more out there for us on both sides, it's going to heal everything. When the feminine awakens, it awakens the masculine. So polarity. It's as within, so without. It's everything. We just have to do it and choose it and stop being so afraid. Stop thinking that they're more valuable than you. You are the prize. You are the one. It's you. And I posted this on my Instagram story the other day, but the world really does revolve around you. Think about this. Because when you die or you pass on, the world stops. The world only happens when you are observing it. So that should give you power too. Like, if I die, then the world stops, which means that the world revolves around me. It does. Believe it, because it's the truth. We've been taught that it's not the truth, but it is the truth. Think about when someone tragically dies and they're young. Everyone is it's a horrible thing. It's horrible. It's horrible when someone passes on to people here, which means the world revolves around you. So wake up, step into your power, become obsessed with yourself, stop worrying about other people, take your power back, pull all your energy back from wherever you have it and bring it into you. Your world is going to change. And not only is your world going to change, but you're going to change the worlds around you. You're going to awaken something in the people around you. They're going to be like, what happened to her? I need to know what she did. And that is how healing happens. It's a domino effect. It's one by one by one, then 10, then 20, then 100, then 1,000, 100,000. See? We are in a great awakening, and it's an exciting time to be alive. So wake up or get left behind. And if you're listening to this podcast, you are not being left behind. We are going together because you are going to be the woman that attracts because you're focused on you. You're not distracted by other people. You're getting back to you, loving yourself, honoring yourself, doing what makes you feel good, eating better foods, going to the gym, whatever it is, you are focused on you. Bring it back to you. Be the woman that you're supposed to be and fall into your own glory. You are glorious. There is no one better than you. I promise. You are supposed to do something special. You have something to say. You have a story. Maybe you have children. You need to be the best for your children. They are looking to you to lead them and guide them. And I love all the mothers out there. One day I will be one, and that will be so cool. And you guys will get to watch me, and you'll be along the whole journey, which is going to be so cool. But I love you all. And I want to wrap it up with saying this. When you start to love yourself, everything inside of you will change. And all of the toxic people in your life, all of the toxic situations, everything happening outside of you will all disappear. It will. As you start to change, the toxic people that will try to get your attention, get reactions from you, like that message I got yesterday, they will realize they cannot get to you, and they will leave you alone, and it will make space for your new life. It will open you up to receive new friends, new friendships, a whole new life. It's so exciting. So no matter what you're going through, this is your time to focus on you. And if you're not focused on you, for the love of God, focus on you. Build yourself up. Love yourself. You are worthy, worth it, divine. There is no one better than you. Stop caring what anyone thinks. You have a purpose, you have a plan, a story, a destiny, and the world is waiting for you to wake up and live it out. So I love you guys very much. I gotta go. I got in a car accident and I have an MRI. So I've never had an MRI. I'm a little bit nervous, but I got to go like right now, and I got to load this and send it off to young Jo. But I love you guys so much. Thank you. Please rate my podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify if you have not. And if you guys can please go to my YouTube channel and like and subscribe and leave me a comment, send me some love. Tell me what your experience is like with dating or whatever. I want to hear from you guys. Please make sure you guys are following me on TikTok and Instagram. I'm going through a rebrand. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to figure out some things. So my TikTok is Whitney Morgan Ward. My Instagram right now, you can search me up as Whitney Morgan Ward or Whitney's World _ I think it's Whitney's World 222 _ I don't even know. Whitney's World on Instagram. And you guys can follow me on Facebook if you'd like. But I love you guys so much. I'll be back next week. And as always, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go.